first tip that I have is there are basically 5 strategies to make it easier to start decluttering. Sorry, I just have a little tickle in my throat. Okay, tip number 1 is ask yourself when you last used the item that you're taking a look at getting rid of. I mean, I think it's a good idea to start in one area of your home. Like perhaps you want to start in your bedroom or your spare bedroom or your office or your kitchen or whatever. So pick like one area. And so you'd be coming across different items. And when you do come across items, ask yourself, when was the last time I used it? Does this item add value to my life? Is it something that I love? Is it something that I use? Is it something that I enjoy? If you've not used it in 6 to 12 months, the chances are that you're really probably not going to use it. So, and also just to realize that decluttering can be a very difficult experience for some people because we become emotionally attached to things. Some people don't, but a lot of people do. You can experience guilt in getting rid of items, especially if you think, well, someone in my family probably would want that item and maybe I shouldn't be getting rid of it. Or things like that, and it can be actually very overwhelming and daunting. So some of these things that I'm going to talk about, like the first one, asking yourself when you last used it, this is going to help you to come to those decisions. So that's tip number 1. Ask yourself when you last used it. Tip number 2 is check the condition of the items that you're taking a look at. Does the item need repair? Is it in pretty rough shape? Can I check it? Like if it's, too far gone, then that might not be a very hard decision. But if it needs repair and you think that it could be repaired, then maybe just set it aside and, pick a time frame of when you're going to get it fixed. And if you think that you're never going to get it fixed, then maybe get rid of it, So checking the condition of the items is a good, and prioritizing. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is don't get stuck. So you've come along 5 or 6 items and you go, oh my gosh, I don't know about these ones. And you ponder and you ponder and you ponder and you're stuck. And you don't move past it. You leave it now for weeks because you're stuck on these items. So my suggestion would be to just continue on and just set that item aside and just continue on with the other items that are in your space that you're wanting to declutter. And you can always get back to it, right? So set it aside if you're unsure. That's not going to hurt, right? So that's tip number 3. Don't get stuck. Tip number 4, it's okay to have a maybe box. So maybe set aside a good size box, the one that can be taped up, closed up, and you can just store it in your basement. So as you're going through the space, the maybe ones can just go in there. And maybe, maybe it's some china that you've had in the family that you really don't want to get rid of, and you're just very attached to it, but you kind of want to get rid of it, so just store it away. Don't be afraid to do that. And then a good suggestion, I actually found this one online, I thought it was a good idea, is mark it on your calendar and give yourself like 1 to 3 months, pick a time frame that you would revisit it. So you look in your calendar and you can revisit that, and then maybe at that point you'd be ready to make that decision. So don't be afraid to do that. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, I guess it's kind of a summary. This is my last tip. Make this a lifestyle, not just a one-time event. So always be on the lookout for items that you no longer love, items that you no longer use, things that aren't useful to you anymore. Keep a donation box handy. Make it a lifestyle, and it'll be life-changing. if you make it a lifestyle. So I thought these were 5 tips that resonated with me over the years. I've incorporated some of them, and I thought, well, I can come up with 5 tips about that. So I hope it was kind of helpful to some.